They turned out in their tens of thousands in the Iranian capital to mourn Ismail Haniyeh, the Hamas leader many had hoped would steer negotiations to a lasting ceasefire in Gaza. It was an audacious attack which killed him, arousing furious sentiment in Iran. The supreme leader, who regarded him as a friend and guest in his country, has warned the attack cannot go unanswered. It was an attack which violates Iranian sovereignty, he's told the nation. It's also a major intelligence embarrassment, with American media outlets reporting the explosive device responsible had been smuggled into his Tehran accommodation nearly 2 months ago. It coincided with the funeral in the Lebanese capital Beirut for a key Hezbollah commander killed by the Israelis 12 hours earlier. That too has drawn a furious reaction from the militant group, which is a close Iranian ally. The signals seem to be an attack is coming.
We are facing a big battle now. It's beyond the support front now. There's a battle in Gaza, one in South Lebanon, an open battle in Yemen, and even in Iraq, because it's all happening at the same time.
It's not just in the refugee camps of Beirut that they're trying to decipher what Hezbollah is planning, but there's a feeling of inevitability about more violence. We've faced death before, this woman tells us. We're ready to die if necessary to defend ourselves. Another man says, we will accept whatever Nasrallah decides. So there seems to be little doubt now that there is going to be some sort of reaction. And all the indications are that it's going to draw in all the partners of the so-called axis of resistance, not just Iran, not just Hezbollah here in Lebanon, but also their fighting partners in Iraq, Yemen and Syria. And that is what is seriously worrying the region. The new British Foreign and Defence Secretaries flew into Beirut for urgent meetings with Lebanese officials to de-escalate the tensions. Hezbollah is not around the table. Britain's amongst a raft of countries who designate them a terrorist organisation. The government's warning the 5,000 Britons thought to be in Lebanon to leave immediately. And the Foreign Secretary told us he believes this is a critical point.
My job as Foreign Secretary in this critical moment is to be speaking to all sides and to be urging caution, urging calm heads, and to be absolutely clear. It is no one's interest in this region or in the global community to see a global crisis, a regional war, effectively, in this part of the world.
But Israel appears to be preparing for the worst, with the Prime Minister gathering his top team for civil protection.
Israel is at a very high level of readiness for any scenario, both defensively and offensively. We will exact a very high price for any act of aggression against us from any arena.
The twin attacks on 2 capitals have plunged the region into more uncertainty. And whilst all parties say they don't want all-out war, that is getting ever closer. Alex Crawford, Sky News, Beirut.